Well, good evening and welcome to the Book Spot. The Book Spot is here every first and third Monday of the month at 7:30 to talk about book writing, how to get your book written. Well, thank you for being a part of the Book Spot. We got an exciting topic tonight. It is about determination. Determination, okay? Determination. And that's a very powerful tool, talent, skill, attribute, all that to have. And I got an incredible story I'm going to tell you today that I experienced about determination. Determination. But I want to hear from you about determination. You that are out there that are writing your book. I said you're determined to write that book. I said you're determined to write the book. So I am Joseph McCrae, an author, and I do the Book Spot to motivate you, to encourage you, to pump you, to get you ready to get your book written. So I want to talk today about determination, right? Determination. To be determined is to be bound, right? To be bound. Like you say, I'm bound, to go on a trip. I'm bound to get to this particular destination. You're bound, right? Your mind is set on getting there. And another thing it is decisive. It's decisive. You have made up your mind to do this. You've made up your mind to do this. It's being decisive. Okay. And there's no turning back now. There's no turning back. It is going forward, going full speed ahead. Another synonym for determination is it's a do or die. It's a do or die, right? You're either going to do it or you're going to die trying to do it. And that's the kind of attitude you have to have. And it's a firm attitude. It's firm. It's firm. It's not shaky, right? It's solid. Your determination to write your book is solid. It's built on a firm foundation to write this book because you know that what you have to say, no one else is saying it. You know that what's on the inside of you have to come out. It has to come out. It has to come forth. And so you got to make it happen. So you're firm on that. You're firm on that. There's no wavering. See, you can't be wavering. You can't be wavering when it comes to getting your book done. I want you to hold on to that. Another one is you are hell bent, right? You're hell bent. These are some synonyms. Get my wording right. These are some synonyms. What is wrong with me tonight? It is synonyms that are used with the word determination. And you're purposeful. You're purposeful. You are purposeful. You have in mind what it is you want to accomplish, and you're right on purpose. You're right on purpose. This is what you're supposed to be doing at this time. This is what you are supposed to be doing for this time. You're purposeful. You have intent. Okay. You're not haphazardly writing. You're not haphazardly sort of wanting to do a book, but you have a purpose, and you're following your purpose. You're following your purpose because you know that your book is going to bless you, and you also know that it's going to bless other people, right? So what is inside of you, you're doing it with purpose. You're doing it with a purpose, right? It's supposed to fulfill something. And then you have what we call resolve. You resolve the idea. You settle the matter. You said, you know what? This year is my year, 2022, to get my book written. I'm going to make it happen. I'm not going to procrastinate. I'm not going to put off. I'm not afraid. It doesn't matter what people think about it. uh, I'm ready to step out there. And it might mean being vulnerable, right? It might mean being vulnerable. It might mean some people might look at you differently as a result of that. May look at you a little funny and say, "What, you telling that, or you sharing that?" But hey, guess what? That's what you want to do. That's what you decide that you want to do. And you're grown. I mean, you're old enough to make decisions for yourself. So that's what you do. And it means to be set, right? It means to be set. Uh, to say I'm getting this done, and you're going to do it. You set a time that you're going to do it, and you're going to just make it happen. And I came across this word. This is really good. It said single-minded. Single-minded. A lot of times we hear about people being double-minded, right? They have two different things going on in their mind, but you are single-minded. You singly are thinking about this book to be written. You're determined to write this book, and it's just going to happen. It's just going to happen. And so I'm gonna go over these a little later on in the show. But I want to tell you about a story today that I encountered. This is a story today about determination. And so I was trying to get a part for a medical device. I was trying to find this part. So I went to the medical store, and I asked them, could someone help me find this part? And they had told me that the person who could help me would be there because they leave at 5. But when I got to the store, they called around and they couldn't get a hold of them. And so I was left with this person is not available now. So I got a little angry about it, and asked for the manager, see if they could be of assistance, because I really wanted this part for this medical equipment I had. And no manager was there. They kind of said the manager was also the person who would take care of fixing this medical equipment I had. So I'm just sitting there, sort of perplexed about it. And then I reached out to the person who purchased the item, and I found out that it wasn't even purchased at that store. So I apologized to the people in the store and said, I'm in here trying to get a part. And you all don't even have the part because this isn't even your product. But I stay determined. I put the equipment back in my car. I go over to the Home Depot to try at least find the screws to help with this medical equipment. So I'm in the store. This guy is working with me. He says, he's not able to help me find the part. So he says that he's going to bring an assistant to help with the part. He never gets the assistant. I have to go and ask another store person if they could help. Then he comes back. He looks around. He can't find it. He reaches out to the manager. The manager comes over, and she just takes his attitude. She says, this is what we have. We've find, the screws you need, the bolts you need in this section, or that's just it. And then this guy comes along who just quietly, he works for the Home Depot too. He just quietly takes the screw, looks for it, matches it up. He looks at the length. The length is too short. He goes back, and then he finds another one, and that's not long enough. He goes back, he finds another one that's long enough. He said, here are your screws. Here's the bolt, for your medical device. And what's amazing about that? What is amazing about that? I had to endure. I had to wait, but the total price for the items I needed was 53 cents, folks. 53 cents. But more importantly, I was determined to get what I needed to fix that medical piece of equipment. And it took a little time. It took a little working with several people before I really got what I needed. And now I have the items to fix that medical equipment. And so I started to say that was a test of determination. That was a test of determination. I could have at any point said, "Forget it, I'm out of here." I could have said it at the medical store. I could have said it at the first encounter with a gentleman at the Home Depot. I could have settled with the idea of the manager saying, look, this is what we have, and if we don't have it, if you don't see it, then we just don't have it. But I wasn't going anywhere. I wasn't moving. I was I in review of what I've been telling you. I was bound till I got what I needed. I was decisive. Like, this is what I need. I think it's in this store. I wasn't going anywhere. I knew it was in this store. Okay. I was firm about it. I was hell bent on it. Okay. I was purposeful. I believe that part was there. I had resolve about it. I was set on it, and I was single minded. I wasn't like, oh, well, I'll just come back another time. No, and that's how you have to be about your book, right? That's how you have to be about your book. You have to be determined to write that book. And so this is your year, 2022. This is your season to write that book. I can tell you, I can try to encourage you, but I need you to tell yourself that. I need you to tell yourself that this is my year to write my book. Okay? I put this book off for years. I've talked about it, thought about it, but now I'm going to make it happen. And so my story today, I hope, encourage you that you must stay determined. You must stay determined if you're going to write the book. You can't be shaken. You can't be moved. You just gotta press in, right? You just gotta be firm, right? You just gotta be hell bent on getting this book done. I mean, you gotta be set, single minded, all these things, purposeful, with a purpose. Okay, you have inside of you what needs to bless someone else, what needs to encourage someone else, what needs to make someone else laugh, right? Make someone else uh, be afraid. I don't know if it's a horror book, if it's a comedy, but you have that on the inside of you. But we'll never know it unless you release it, in the earth, in the form of a book, And so that's what the book spot is about. The book spot is a place to encourage you, to push you, to try to motivate you, to get your book written, because the truth of the matter is everyone has a story. Everyone has a story and experience that they think about, that they feel is worthwhile. And I understand not everybody's going to write their story. Not everybody's going to do a book. But you who are watching this, who are tuned in, you want to write your book. And you are going to write your book. And it's going to take you to be firm. It's going to take you to be hell bent. It's going to take you to be purposeful, resolved, set, single minded. It's going to take you to do all those things. Take you to be bound on doing it. Decisive. Okay? You made up your mind. You have made up your mind to write this book. And so if you got a question, if you got a comment, if you just want to share your testimony, like, yeah, Joe, I'm set, I'm focused, I'm ready to do this. I love to hear that. Because I think it also encourages other people, right? Like, we can help each other. And so um if that's your story, I mean, type it in. Yes, I'm firm. Yes, I'm getting my book done this year. Yes, I'm not procrastinating no more. I'm not afraid. I'm not fearful. I am determined. And the encounter that I had today, just a few hours ago, was an example of determination. I was not gonna move until I got the result I wanted. And that's how you have to be. To not move until you get the result you want. And that result is the completion of your first book. That's what it is. The completion of your first book. Did you hear that? And no one else can do it. No one else can do it. I mean, you could get someone to ghostwrite it. You could tell your story, and they could record it and write it for you. So that does happen, but it's a beauty of you writing it yourself, you organizing it, creating it, and making it happen. Okay. So that's what the book spot is about, helping you to get your book written. I hope that you've learned something today that can help you or maybe someone else you know. Do share this video. I do want to tell you that next month, the 27th of May at 7 p.m., I'm going to do a workshop. I'm going to do a 90-minute workshop on some real nuggets to help you get your book written. And then I'm also going to offer a 30-minute coaching session, free coaching session, all that for $47. I'm gonna put the link in the comment section so you can connect to that and sign up for it. That's gonna be Thursday, May 27th at 7 p.m. to 8:15 p.m. Just sharing, just giving you some tips on how to get your book written. So thank you for tuning in to the book spot tonight, and hopefully this information has